Hi, I'm Jimmy from Living for Four-Wheel Driving, and Tents Outdoors recently gave us this Wildlands Bush Cruiser rooftop tent to try out on our last trip, and we're going to do a bit of a run through and a review of the tent for you guys today. One of the awesome things we love about this tent is that it's super fast to set up. You've got 4 latches, one we can't get to because of our awning, and then literally open it up as it's going up. Flick this bungee out of the way, push the 2 buttons, flick them into place, jump under it and tighten up the top, and that's the tent set up and complete. Now that the tent's all set up, you can jump inside and we'll quickly show you some of the things we really like, one of which is these neat little pockets for chucking your fly mesh in, and then you can open up your door and the same again, stuff that in there, and you've got a massive opening compared to a lot of tents with this design. You also don't have any of your door tangled up at the bottom or dripping on your head if it's been wet. You don't have it in the tent tangling up with your sleeping bag. While we're in here, they come with a LED light strip, which is a really nice soft light. It's got a cord long enough to reach the bottom of your pocket, so you can chuck a power bank on that and you're away. A small addition to these tents is swapping out the current mattress or adding a self-inflating mattress. This is Wildland's own self-inflating mattress, so you're guaranteed it's going to fit well, and it is super comfortable. They come with a valve at the end or one on the side, so you literally just open and close them. We just leave it for a couple of minutes, then close the valve when we're setting up the tent, and when we're putting the tent away we open the valve and quite literally, if we're camping, leave our sleeping bags and pillows in here and just close the tent quietly. It takes maybe another few seconds, allowing the air to drop out. The only thing you will have to bear in mind is right now you have to put your own floor in because these tents have a mesh floor. We've just tried out these little clip together floors. You can get them from the warehouse or Super Cheap Auto, and it seems to be an awesome little way of doing it. Nice and easy, wicked night's sleep. Pack up of these tents is pretty much in reverse, so push this bit down, loosen off your top bar, fold it in, grab your little bungee, which I often forget to do. Check it up the middle. I like to just put my arm in, pull all that stuff in as best you can, and then do up your latches. And that is a tent packed away. Cool. Now that we've done a general setup and pack down and run through of the obvious points inside the tent, we thought we'd do a pros and cons list for you guys. This is our opinion, and it's how we feel about the tent with our experience with this tent and other tents we've tried in the past. Number one pro for me is the size and weight. When it comes to putting things on the top of your roof, you really want to be conscious of how much weight you're putting up there. We've got a lot of stuff on our roof. For us, having a 1200 wide hard top tent that's only 57 kilos is quite a pro. If you went to the 1400 wide tent, you're going to be seeing 64 kilos. For us, that's not an option. We can't fit it on our roof. From there, we'd go to condensation. I think this is a pro on these tents. The Wildlands tents have a slat base with a fabric, obviously waterproof, but fabric floor. We've found that that really cuts down on the condensation between your mattress and the floor of your tent compared to the hard floor tents. The other thing that this Wildlands tent has is a suspended ceiling. So the roof of the tent, you have that as your hard shell, and then there is a suspended ceiling which is fabric as well. Another thing we really like is the big wide openings. We've already talked about that, but that's definitely on the pros list. Pack up and setup is super fast, so that once again comes to pros. If it's raining and you just want to get to bed, you really don't want to be spending 5 minutes setting up your tent. You can do this in about probably 30 seconds, if that. The fact that they offer a self-inflating mattress is a massive pro for us. Every tent we've bought in the past, we've always had to go and hunt around trying to find a mattress that suits, and we've never once found one that actually fits the tent perfectly, which this does, and it's an awesome night's sleep. Bearing in mind that's an extra. There's no place to run constant power into this tent, which is something that we generally do. So having a nice little zip or a little slot where you could run a cable into the tent would be awesome. And the last thing for us is the way that their ladder hooks onto the tent. You can't actually leave the ladder secured to the tent when you're closing the tent, because the hooks go through the floor of the tent, if you like. So once you bring that top part of the shell down, it would jam your ladder on there. For me, that's one thing that I don't really like. Like if you're climbing around and it's wet, you need to be able to hook that on there. This is a 1200 wide tent, and we know you could go to a 1400 wide tent, but we can't fit the 1400 wide tent. So 1200 it is for us, and we just find this too small. By the time we get two people in there, sometimes one of our foxies, sometimes two foxies, it's just not going to be wide enough for us. But if you are out doing your own thing on your own, one person, this would be brilliant, and it's super compact. But all in all, we've really enjoyed having the opportunity to try this tent out over the last 10 days down in the South Island. We've found ourselves in well below 0 degree temperatures. We've shared it around a little bit. One or two friends have slept in it as well, and in general everyone has really liked it. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.